Hey everybody, Bandicoot Commando here, and welcome back to Sly Cooper. Last time, we pretty much beat the game. We went to Clockwork's lair, and we eventually took him on and beat him. And that's it, really. But there are still one page, or a few pages, really, of the Thievius Raccoonus left. And it was here on Duel on the Dragon. Is that what it's called? Duel by the Dragon. And today, not only am I going to get the last vault open, but I'm going to explain what those third symbols are there. So, let's see what's in here.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
Ah, oh well. 2, 3, 1.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
Once you do all that, you get a cutscene, and I hope it plays right.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is going to be fun.
And that's all he wrote. Hey, we get the credits. Well, can we skip these? No, we can't. Well, I'm not done yet, though. I got a few more things left to show off, and I plan on doing it in this video. So, I guess I could still give my thoughts, really. Sly Cooper, wow, not all the voice actors are credited on here. Doesn't say anything about who did the score, really. Sly Cooper is a great game. It's a great series. This was only just the start of something great, really. Wait, tell me that this is... Okay. I was gonna say, please tell me this is just a very short credits version. Anyway, it's a great game. I played this a lot growing up, and hey, Mr. Yoshida! How you doing, man? Played this game so many times just growing up. Maybe that's why it's so old and worn out. Not just because it's got scratches, but just because of how much I played the damn thing. But I don't know what more to say. The story's great. The gameplay, not entirely stellar, but still great nonetheless. Everything about it was wonderful. I don't know what more to say about it. It's a great game. All I can say is that you play as a thief. You play as a thief. Wait. Oh. Yes. You'll have to see the sequel to get any answers to that.
The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
Let me see something. Okay, so that's the Thievius Raccoonus one. What is one of these going to turn out is all I could say. Okay, so these Master Thief sprints, I will use the first one here at Raleigh's hideout to demonstrate. Once you've beaten a level, once you've gotten its treasure key and the vault combination, at the beginning of each level, there's an hourglass. Don't look at it for too long. It will slowly spin and disappear. So, it's a time trial. That's... Oops. Okay, yeah, once you do that, that just freezes everything, but... Time trials are a little unfair, if anything. You just gotta get to the end as quickly as possible. Now, little tips I can give. Use your roll. Your roll will do wonders for you. It will speed up. It will just speed up a lot. Another tip, just jump a lot, cut corners in any way you can. Just try not to stop. And third, normally when you start a trial, if you have any horseshoes, it'll disappear. But if you can build up enough coins to a horseshoe, then that's a good thing, because you're going to need at least one or so horseshoes to survive. Uh-oh. Oh no, come on. Hurry up, you stupid thing. Nope. And that's when you try again. These can be really frustrating, is all I could say. And the only reason I messed that up was because I had the stun was equipped. So, using your roll helps out a lot, though. It really saves you lots of time. Let's see what happens if I take this way. Just try to find any little shortcuts you can. Oh, and another more important one. Do not trip any alarms. If you set off a laser or spotlight system, the timer actually goes faster. So, don't tip the alarms. It's fine if you tip off guards, but not alarms. Anything but the sirens. I could do this. I've done nearly every one except for this one and the Duel by the Dragon one, because I thought I could still do it, even though I thoroughly explained that you can only do this once you have everything done in a level. No! Right as I got... No! Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, it counted. Right as I got near it, too! Oh, and you can always pause and restart the sprint if you want. I'm just gonna cut until I can get the run to do this. And there you have it. Once you've beaten a time trial, anytime you return to a level, you can then hear a developer commentary for the level, but I will show that off later. Okay, so now that that's done, I have only one left to do. I won't really show it because it doesn't really matter, so I'll cut until I beat it so we can see the cutscene. Or actually, no, I can't show behind the scenes cutscene, but I do think, though, that much like with the Vault one, if you get the last one unlocked, it automatically plays the cutscene. So I'll let you guys see it, but I don't really like showing behind the scenes cutscenes in games because one, it's for copyright reasons, and two, you can always just look up and see how the game was developed or hear it from me myself. So anyway, see you guys in a bit.
Excellent, Sly! You've beaten all the Master Thief sprints and unlocked all the designer's commentary. Check out this fascinating behind-the-scenes movie.
Well, okay.
How should I describe Sly Cooper?
Cunning, suave, crafty. Thievius Raccoonus.
He's charismatic, suave, debonair,
cool, slick, fast, stealthy, athletic, he's a daredevil.
Sly Cooper is charming thievery.
Time to see some beta elements.
We started with the idea that we wanted to do an action game where the primary character was a thief. The choice of a raccoon was a pretty natural fit in terms of, you know, obviously the mask being in place, being, as Dev would say, a creature of the night.
We very early on wanted to make a game that looked and felt like a cartoon, but was one step closer to realism rather than flat and graphic. We started experimenting with different ways we could bring this character to life, cell shading, how to make it feel like a cartoon but still feel like a great 3D game.
We want it to actually look like it was inked and painted, and we want the backgrounds to be, you know, really lush and have a painted look, so it looks like it's a living animated episode that you've been thrown into.
When you look at the game, initially, the first thing that draws you in is the beautiful art style and lush, very, very lush look of the environments. But when you actually play the gameplay itself is lush as well.
The original conception of the Sly character was a much more realistic raccoon, chubby and not quite as lithe as the character is now, and it kind of evolved as we went along.
Once we got to that part where he kind of evolved into what he is now, my main job was to take him and try to put every bit of thiefiness into him that I could. He was kind of tiptoeing, and he's really like rearing back to like ease his foot forward, trying to keep all his weight back so his foot falls softly on the ground, and really try to hone his personality through subtleties in the movement and really try to push the thiefiness.
As we wanted Sly to feel really agile. We wanted him to feel like Sly could do the most amazing physical feats. You want to let the player of the game feel like they're a thief. Not like a real thief, like you wish thieves were.
Sly Cooper's story is really cool. He comes from a long line of super raccoon thieves. And the source of their kind of thieving greatness is this book called the Thievius Raccoonus. It's this incredibly valuable heirloom that is stolen from Sly's family when he's very young.
He has come of age, and now he feels it's his noble duty to take back the Thievius Raccoonus.
Sly has two buddies, Bentley and Murray.
Bentley provides a lot of the plans for their missions. He does a lot of things that are very important for Sly to complete his missions. Murray has a huge case of Sly envy. He wants to be Sly in the worst possible way, and he has absolutely none of the capabilities to do it.
A hero's only as good as his villains. We wanted to create villains, you know, making them dangerous, making them menacing, making them goofy, just giving them as much personality as Sly Cooper.
It's a super high bar being in the action-adventure category. I mean, all of the greatest games, the best games that are out there are all action-adventures.
The genre is such that you have to really excel in every single phase of the game. Going from saying Sly should be sneaky to actually having him feel sneaky in the game is hard. You have to start and you have to get the animation right, then you have to figure out how the engine's going to play the animation and how it gets affected by where he is and what he's doing and how the player can feel in control at the same time.
People are doing shoot-'em-ups and things with, you know, big weapons and things like that. And this is all about character, so you can get the feeling of, you know, I am Sly and I'm sneaking around. Anytime we can exploit anything in the environment, build it in a way that, you know, as Sly's running over, it might seem more stealthy. We completely exploit that.
And our golden rule is whatever is thiefier wins.
If you want to make a game that looks different, the PS2 gives you the opportunity to do that.
As a programmer, it has a ton of tools for solving all sorts of different types of technical problems.
A big focus for us has been in getting our tool set to the point where the artists were really unconstrained.
Artists will come to us with, they want the game to look this way, or boy, can we have a line around all the characters, the cell shading that we do, or how can we do the lighting models so that things that are bright have certain colors on them. And they have a lot of really cool ideas, and I and the other people on the programming team work on trying to get the technology put in place so that we can, you know, make those ideas happen.
What we were able to do was put together our own lighting algorithm in vector units and then do the same thing for the cell borders that we put around all our characters. We could get it to all run super fast and have it all look different than other games. That was really our goal from the start, was to have a game which looked different.
It's been an interesting process building a team to build a game like this.
It's been great working with such a dedicated group of people. I've never really ever worked with a group I think as hardcore as this.
It really does require unbelievably talented artists, unbelievably talented programmers, and unbelievably talented designers.
How you doing?
There's a new thief in town.
Designers, I think, have done a wonderful job of giving players the experience of sneaking and being a thief, and at the same time making the designs accessible to people so that you don't need to be a super gamer in order to play it, although there are tons of things that are in the game for those people.
We're making a game that anyone can play.
You can't just have great art, you can't just have great code, you can't just have great characters, you gotta have it all.
It's not about just how the game looks, it's about how the game plays and how the player experiences it, and it's all about having fun.
You can make a really cool character, but if he's not fun to play, it's not worth doing.
Sly is cool, he's collected, he's adventurous.
Sly is Sly. It is not a misnomer.
Couldn't say it better myself. Well, that was interesting. And I hope I don't get copyright from that. I hope I don't get claimed. Okay, so yeah, there's the registered trademarks and all that. Alright, I'm actually going to end it here, so that'll do for this episode of Sly Cooper. I'm not done yet. Join me in the last episode as I go to every level and I let you hear all the commentaries. They're all only in the first episodes except for the final one of Clockwork here. And then after that, that's it. So, that is it. And I will see you guys next time.